Hey everyone, Robert Silver here, and today I have just lucked out. I don't know how, but the camera gods were with me today. I really have an awesome surprise. That surprise is I was able to get my hands on the Nikon Z8 camera right here in my hands, body only, not the kit. I'm gonna eventually get the 24 to 120 f.4 Z lens eventually, but right now I just needed the kit. But before I get into details of why I want this camera and why I pulled the trigger, I want to tell you about what happened today for me to get this camera. What happened was I had two cameras on sale that I wanted to take the sales from to help subsidize the costs of the Z8. I put on Marketplace on the OfferUp app the Lumix GH5 kit and then the Lumix S5 kit. Since I have the S5 II, I sell the S5 I. Nothing bad about the cameras. I just figure I don't use them, so I can take that, subsidize the overall cost of the Z8. No one's bought those cameras yet, but someone hit me up on Facebook Marketplace asking about the S5 kit, and they're really interested. I told them the price was cool, and we're gonna meet up at Mike's camera tomorrow, actually, for him to take a look, and then hopefully we'll pay the money for the camera. So I said, dang, okay, if I have that money from that would take care of at least about 25% of the total cost. Let me just see if by chance that there is availability in the Z8 in store. I was hoping because of what I've heard that their inventory, in terms of Nikon preparing for the inventory launch of this camera, that there should be plenty to go around. But as I remember from the Z9, those who pre-ordered as well as NPS members get them first. Now, I am an active NPS member, but I didn't place the order, and thus I would be in the back of the line. So I figured there'd be a week or two or maybe 3 weeks or whatever the case may be. So I called up Mike's camera over at Dublin. I said, hey, what's the status on the Z8? How are you guys looking? Lo and behold, they actually had a situation going on. I said, oh, tell me all about it. They said, okay, here's what's happening. They actually have a couple of Z8s that need to be shipped back to their main store ASAP. Two are technically on hold for clients that aren't going to be coming in for some time. They don't want to necessarily, or at least at first, they want to hurry up and move it and sell them in the meantime, even though they were on hold for some other customers. But there was a third one that someone actually wanted to send back, meaning they had a deposit, they figured at the last minute they no longer want the camera. So there was an actual available right there, a Z8. And he said, okay, you can get this camera right now, but you have to buy it today. So I scratched my little chinny chin for about a half a second and said, I'll be right there. And that's what I did. I drove down to Mike's camera over in Dublin, California, and there it was, waiting for me to pick it up. The Nikon Z8, I'm super happy to have gotten it. And I haven't even opened this up yet. Well, opened it up a little bit for a little video I posted, which you probably saw already. But outside of that, I haven't used it. Stickers are still on it. Everything's still on it. And I'm very, very excited. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to do a kind of a sloppy unboxing. But you know what? It is what it is. So let's get to it, okay? So I'm going to unbox this bad boy, and I'll show you what's in the box. So first, we got some stuff I'm probably never ever going to look at right there. If you can see it. Boom. There you go. Okay. Got the manual, which I may take a little gander at. There we go. Here's a manual. And then from my Espanol brothers out there and sisters, here we go. We got you. And then we have some warranty info There we go. Okay, I'm not going to focus on that because in case you try to take my numbers, I don't know. Now I open it up. Of course, before we get to the body, we got the charger. We all know what this charger looks like right here. I have another one sitting around, so it's good to have two. I don't mind having two of them. Okay. Then we got the good old camera strap that I will never use right here. Cool. See it right there. Boom. Camera strap. Boom. All right. And we got the USB to USB-C cord, which I have plenty of, and I love having more. I never get upset having too many of these cords because they get missing. So anyway, so here we go. I got the cord. Very cool. And then we have other little stuff. Let's see what we got here. We got the battery, the EL15C. I have to double check if I still have some more Nikon batteries laying around because I sold the Z6 and the D850, so I'm not sure if I let go of all the batteries. If I have at least one or two extras, I'll hold off on getting another one of these because of the price point. But eventually I will at least have two of these 15Cs for sure because I like the option of being able to charge and run your camera via USB-C. So that's really dope. So there we go. We have this little doodad, which is for, I want to say for when you go to, oh, that's for the camera charger, duh, right there, hold on, right, to plug into the wall. So we'll keep that there, that's a little adapter. And then, this here, let's see if I can take this out, there we go. This helps you to manage your cable and all the cords. Let me see if I can see it. Let me see if I can show it. Let me get out my face. There we go. Let's see. There we go. So that helps you to manage all the cords on the side of the Z8. When you're shooting video and stuff like that, and you have an HDMI, headphone jack, all this stuff, power cords going. This helps to manage them, and also in case it won't accidentally get pulled out of the camera and damaging the cords and the camera connections to the cords. So that's what this is for. Cool. I will definitely be using it because the Z8 is much more friendly for video. And guess what? I'm going to be shooting some video with it. So there you go. Here's another cable management piece here. Let me see if you can see it. There we go. So you can see it right there. Okay. All right. Now, let's get to the main event. All right. Let's get to the main event, folks. Here we go. Ah, yes. If I had my sound effects on, you already know the drum roll would be rolling. Here we go. Bam! In all its glory. Right? Nikon Z8. Here's where all the connections are. Let me see if you can. There we go. Let's see if you can see some of that there. That bad boy. Whoops. It wants to go to my face, so I got to cover up my face. And then we have your full HDMI and your headphone mic jack right there. Okay, you can see that right there. It feels, as I said in my earlier video, terrific. Check out the Nikon Z8 launch event with Mike's camera video, and definitely this camera does not upset. It feels great. I love the fact of I have a professional body that's way more compact than the Z9. You have the recessed camera dials right there. You can see how recessed they are right there. It's almost flush, which is cool. They just want to make it more compact as possible. Everything else, as spec-wise, you already know by now. Everybody's talked about it. It's the exact same thing as a Z9, but smaller. This still feels good. Right? I know the Z9 was super tough. This here, the, let me see if you can see it. So that feels pretty good. Okay. I actually do use that tilt screen, so I need it to be, especially when I shoot like this and I'm shooting video or something. I like shooting like this, and so I gotta make sure this thing's good to go. But that's just me. Here's the back of it, right there. Door, super easy to open. I know some people talked about the Z9 because it had a little lock mechanism. That never bothered me, but it sure did bother a lot of other people. It didn't bother me at all. Here you go. Very quick. A little snap. And then here are the 2 card slots. Look at that. What is that? Oh, SD and CF Express. Here we go. Let me see. There you go. Right there. The dial feels okay. Everything else feels okay. And then now let's take a look at this nice, beautiful sensor. There you go. Beautiful sensor. And I don't have the biggest hands, but it feels really good. We were testing it out at Mike's camera. The the grip of this camera compared to the D850, and this has a deeper grip than the D850. And this, we were impressed on how well this grip. We were really impressed with how well this grip feels in the hand. So, again, I don't know how the heck I had the kind of camera luck out there. What is up with this? What am I doing? Oh, duh. Okay. I don't know how I had the luck of getting my hands on this as I walked in the door, but definitely it was the luck of, I don't know, the Irish or something. But it today was amazing. I was able to walk out with it within minutes. Okay. And oh, here's obviously more cable connections there if you want to see. I think that's for like, oh yeah, wireless remote or something. Either way, I'm really excited to get to this. And as some of you may know, the first lens I want to shoot with this is going to be the Z50mm f1.2 lens. And I'm actually going to be doing a review on this little lens right here. It is the Nikon Z26mm f2.8 lens. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel so that I could bring you the results of this. I'm setting up a model shoot with this lens, and I'm also going to be doing some street photography stuff with this as well. So stay tuned for that. And I'm so glad I got this, because honestly, this is a great match. Matter of fact, let's take a look at what that lens and the Z8 looks like together. All right. So I guess this will be the first lens I'm attaching to it. All right, there we go. Let's be honest, folks. This is a great compact, super professional street photography package right here. Or just enjoying your day, 26 mil. This is great. This is what I'd want, and this is why I got it. Because I wanted something professional, compact, but can hold its own next to the Z9 if I'm shooting a wedding as my second camera, but a lot less noticeable when I'm walking the streets. So this, ooh, I'm so excited to use this camera. I am so excited to use this camera. Anyway, there are really a couple reasons why I decided to get this camera. First is the specs. The specs, as long as it wasn't anything less than the Z9, I knew I wanted it. I knew I was gonna get it. I'm too spoiled. I'm too happy with the performance of the Z9 that anything less, I couldn't have it next to my Z9. That's why I didn't get a Z6 II or Z7 II or any other Nikon camera, because after using the Z9, it's really hard to go backwards. So I once used a camera that wasn't a Z9 or in that performance range as a second camera, I think it was the Z. Hell, it was the Z5. Okay, so forgive me, but it was a Z5. I needed a second camera for a wedding, and the images were fine, but boy, the performance was night and day, night and day. Way slower, etc. You already know. So ever since after that, I swore I would never get another camera unless another Z camera unless it was damn near up to par with the Z9, and the Z8 was that camera. Second thing, the size. It's super compact. There's just no way. Matter of fact, hold on, folks. Here we go. Here's my Z9, and there's no way. As much as I love the Z9, I'm not gonna sell this camera for. I don't think I really need to. It's such a great camera, but the size difference is. There's no comparison. Check it out. There's no comparison. Okay. Again, I gotta cover up my face. No comparison. Fantastic for studio, editorial, beauty. Obviously landscape if I'm out there in the field, if I want to lug this thing. What else would I use this for? Studio work, headshots, corporate headshots. Phenomenal camera. I love the battery grip built in. I love having all those features when I'm shooting portrait. Fantastic. And I love the battery life. Fantastic camera. Nothing wrong. But if I just want to enjoy photography for photography's sake, or if I'm walking the streets and don't want to look like I'm a big pro photographer, guess what? This is the answer. So the size really sold me. I don't care about the camera battery. I don't, because guess what? I never worried about it when I had the D850. I never worried about it with the Z6 when I had it. I never worried about the EL15C or the EL15 in general. And it's battery life, because I always had 2 to 3 batteries on me. Quit whining about it. It's the performance of why I'm buying this thing, not for the battery. Anyway, so the size, that was the other thing. What else? Was there any other significant reason? Probably those two mainly. Oh, also, here's the third. I wanted to get more into video using Nikon, see how it works. As many of you know, I've been shooting with Lumix for all my video projects, but it would be nice to have an actual hybrid photo video camera from Nikon that meets the expectations and the demands that I put my video cameras through. Obviously, the codecs of the Z9 is in here, so I'm very happy about that. But to have it in a compact form means I'm gonna be more inclined to use this camera, because once I build out the rig, it's gonna just grow. So I'd rather start from a smaller platform and then allow my rig to grow from there. So I'm very happy with this. I'm gonna bring to you all my thoughts as I'm putting it through its paces, my photography and everything else, my videography. I'll do some videos on just showing you some video clips with it. I'm going to do all that. Of course, if you have any questions, comments, concerns about this camera, let me know. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more, don't forget to press that like, that share, subscribe, and yes, hit that bell icon to get notifications of upcoming videos. I'm Robert Silver, and until next time, keep shooting, stay creative.